companies which are 1 or 3, 4, 5 years old, there is a huge ecosystem. There are what we call as venture capital firms, which give you money, but they will take a larger stake and they'll be part. Or otherwise, if you are a larger firm, there is private equity. Private equity guys also take equity, but they may not spend too much of time like the venture capital firms. But today, even for the younger firms, who are starting out and who are just at the idea stage, there are incubators across. Even in Kerala, there are close to 9 to 10 incubators, and every state today has incubators which gives you free space. Some of the free support services like internet, etc., where you can start off a company at a very low scale. There are what we call as angels and high net worth individuals who are looking for alternate investments. So even within Kerala, we have the Kerala Angel Network, which I'm part of, where we do small ticket size. We do funding between 50 lakhs to 3 crore for company. This is a very small sum for if you look at companies and what they require. But it's a very important amount that they can get right at the beginning of their idea journeys, because the banks are still not mature enough to give you seed money. Banks need to see collateral. Banks need to see a lot more security. Although banks are also changing, and banks are also, in fact, the governments are also supporting the banks to give money to younger entrepreneurs. So that will change. But today there is an ecosystem available. So you don't need to take all your parents' money, or you don't need to pledge your wife's jewelry to start a business. There is money which is there. There are companies and there are grants which are there. Government has a grant. In the budget 2 years back, they announced close to 10,000 crore in terms of entrepreneurship money. Some of those schemes are still running, and so there is money. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, I think what the funding is there today. You just need to focus on the right idea and the right scalable idea. Before the pandemic started, hand sanitizers were nowhere available, and everybody and their uncle, as they say, was creating a hand sanitizer. And so now there is a glut of hand sanitizers, and everybody is making, and that too in a small 3-month period. So absolutely. Likewise, it's the same with economics. Whenever you start a company, if it's a successful company, you will definitely get competition 1 year down the line, 2 year down the line, or if you're lucky, 5 years down the line. So that is when you have to make your product stronger. You have to add more features. You have to differentiate your product. You have to make sure that it doesn't get commoditized with something else. Absolutely. There is no, as they say, the Chinese don't suddenly see your product and they'll make a version which is 90% cheaper than yours, and so that's a constant battle that you will have to fight. We will see a lot more trade happening with other countries. We have a large young population, so companies and countries across the world will want to engage with Indians and Indian companies definitely. So there will be a lot more opportunities for students to work in large companies and large firms across the world. Once, of course, the pandemic settles down, we will see a resurgence of people going and working in other countries. That will definitely be there. And entrepreneurship so today entrepreneurship is a clear career option. So somebody who doesn't want to work in a firm can start something of his own, and there is enough support mechanism today, not just funding, but even questions and even regulatory help. Everything is there. All respective state governments have entrepreneurship cells, etc., who will support in all these things. So all these supports are there. You're there at a very interesting time that way. Yeah, of course, we are going through that slight amount of blip right now because of the COVID infection and a little bit of uncertainty in terms of when the vaccines will be ready. But having said that, there'll be a lot more opportunity. Great ideas will see people who can implement it. And again, just to reiterate what I told earlier, if you have a great idea, the responsibility is on you to find the right resources to bring that idea into fruition. You can't sit back and say that I have a great idea and you're waiting for your faculty to clear it or waiting for somebody else to, because that's part of entrepreneurship as well, right? So at the end of the day, if you're a great entrepreneur, you will also find out a way to make sure that your idea is implementable and how you can implement this. What typically happens is the way you get money or the way you exit is when you give an entrepreneur some money, and we hope that the entrepreneur does well. and he becomes bigger. And when he becomes bigger, the value of the company increases. And then when you get a new investor, the new investor comes at a much higher valuation than the earlier. Some of the earlier investors can take an exit, and they would, as the market lingo is, x as in times. So there are investors who make 5x, 6x, etc. And if you look at some of the very successful companies, people have made up to 1000x, 1000 times of what they have invested, etc. But globally, they say that success rate is less than 3 per 10. So if you've made 10 investments, you're likely to make money only in 3. But very successful investors say that even if you make money in 3, one of those investments is enough to cover up all the money, all the losses that you've made in all the others. So that's the reason why people are increasingly getting into. So if you had invested in a Flipkart, or if you had invested in a Byju's 10 years back, you wouldn't have to work, or your children wouldn't have to work.